How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Shannon?
I'm good, man. I'm real good. I'm loving life, actually. I'm into this.
Well, I've got to ask. I've been worried about you. I don't know if you've heard, but I have been. I've been worried about you here at 93X. My buddy Shannon, he's in the Cape. I know you got your koi pond, you got your turtles, you got your fish, but I'm making sure. Do you have plenty of food? Or have you been eating well, Shannon?
Yeah, I've got all the food and toilet paper that a man could wish for. Yeah.
What else could you need in life, right?
Which, the only thing that has sucked about this is obvious, the shows and tours being canceled, but for us, we started in the fall, September, we started doing shows of 2018, and we toured constantly all the way up till Christmas, of 2019. So the good news is, we have supported the Legends Rise record a lot already for a year and a half on the road. But the bad news is we have a new single that's actually, I just saw this awesome news that we tied Shinedown for like this highest top 10 singles ever behind, God, I forget who was number one, but, then after us, like Van Halen, Foo Fighters. So it was a big moment in our career. And what are we doing? Sitting home. We can't even go out and like promote ourselves. But like I said, the coolest thing about this, y'all, is we're writing, and we, instead of touring in the fall like we were gonna and reschedule and try and make this up, since we've toured for a year and a half, we decided to write the new record and get in the studio. So that's exciting to me.
Are you able to, how are you guys talking to each other? Are you doing the whole Zoom thing like everyone else is doing, or what?
Well, Tony Rumble, our guitar player, who I write mostly I write with him. How it goes is he's lived here for over 10 years here in the Cape, Fort Myers area. And, so him and I write, and then we give our songs to Sully and, and feel lucky if he picks any of them. So, so we have Tony and I already have throughout this pandemic, we have 8 songs that we're waiting, to give to the big guy. And we hope, we hope he likes it. We've definitely been inspired by this pandemic and music, you take inspiration and it comes out through your songs, so we have some really cool stuff, I think, that Sully will like. And so I guess Sully's thinking of driving down here to Southwest Florida to be with us. Yeah, because he's not going to fly, and I wouldn't either. Either way, we do write our records in the last 2 here in Fort Myers at my place. So that's pretty cool. We're kind of our second home
very cool
here for Godsmack,
So I got to ask, when you're in the process of writing and some of the stuff that, might not make it to the record, do you sit back and say, this is a song that, we're going to switch it to the Apocalypse Blues? Because that's the other project you work with. Does some of that ever get out of the Godsmack realm? And you're like, well, if it's not going to work for Godsmack, maybe we can figure out a way for the other project you work with. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, but with me, it's cyclical. I'll come up with tons of ideas in the genre that I'm working in. For instance, after we wrote or after we recorded the Legends Rise record, Tony and I had already had a few songs, so we went in, switched modes to our heavy blues mode, and we wrote and recorded the whole new Apocalypse Blues Revival record, which, by the way, is done, and we have a new singer. His name is Shane. He's my drum tech, if you can believe that. That's a story in itself. My drum tech became the singer. He's never sang for a band or anything, but he has this fantastic voice. Dude sounds like, if I could say he sounded like anybody, it'd be Bowie, which is my favorite singer. Right. No one sounds like Bowie, right? And he sings a little bit like, Gilmore Waters, a combination of the two of them. So the new Apocalypse Blues, while it's still blues based and stuff, it's got a trippy Pink Floyd-y, David Bowie kind of feel to it, So imagine B.B. King with David Bowie singing and David Gilmour on guitar, and that's how our
sounds really trippy and out there. I love it.
it's trippy. It's a very psychedelic record too. You know, I don't drink, but I don't mind drugs.
Well, I got to ask, Shannon, with everything that's going on right now, you're writing a lot. You're doing a lot of writing. You've got a little bit of extra time, I guess you would say. So, are you spending much time in that new car you got?
Oh, I was wondering that too.
Yeah, I am. And I took it into the shop, and I got a complete overhaul. So, Sully got me that car, gives me a car, my favorite car, by the way. And why that, just for a little more insight, when I was in the band Ugly Kid Joe, I lived in California, and they wanted me to join their band. This was in 93, I think. And I said, well, I'll join your band if you get me a 64 Impala. And so they said, all right, and they got me a 64 Impala. So that was my first 64 Impala when I moved to California, and I was rolling in my 6.4 and all that. You know what I mean? And so then all these years later, I came to Florida, and, the 6.4 was just, they are money pits. You know what I mean? Like, it's like having any kind of, hobby car. You know what I mean? And so I just never got one. I just, I was like, and so it was something that over the years, though, and Sully, by the way, collects, he's like got a 68 Chevelle, a 42 Ford, all this stuff. He loves those old cars. So all the time I'm like, oh man, if I ever did, I'd get a 6.4. And you guys saw the video probably. He shows up, gives me this 64, right? But as I start to drive it around, my ass is sweating. I mean, literally, my ass is sweating. And it's like, there's no AC. I'm like, this isn't set up for Florida, man. You can't have a car, I don't care what year it is, without air conditioner, right? So I take it in the shop. I get the air conditioner put on and told the dude, go over it with a fine-tooth comb. Anyway, it was 5 weeks later. I just got that car back last week.
Oh,
wow.
Damn.
And I got like new suspension and I got new everything. I got an Edelbrock carburetor. I replaced the Holly carb and all this stuff that I did to it. And now, oh my God, it's a beast. You can hear me coming from like a mile away, man. It's all.
Oh, we need to hear that.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Well, I hope we'll be able to see you riding around Southwest Florida in that hoopty you got now.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Have you been going out to, so we've been doing the takeout shout outs where we're, highlighting different restaurants and stuff. Do you have a local favorite that you've been getting some food from?
I do. We pick up delivery from Hog Bodies. It's
the wings.
Yeah.
Those chicken wings are off the chain.
Dude, they make their own blue cheese. I mean, it's just awesome. I love that. It's so rad. I love that. And they got like 50 different kinds of wings, flavors, and it's just so good. And their
What's your favorite?
Ribs are off the cuff. I like the Thai peanut butter one. It's like a hot Thai spice, but
So good.
Peanut butter mixed in.
Yes.
Sounds weird, but it's wicked good. And yeah.
Well, so you do drum endorsements.
I do.
So are you going to do a chicken wing endorsement for maybe a hot Hog Buys? Hi, this is Shannon Larkin.
Yeah.
When I need good chicken wings, I go to Hog Buys.
Yeah, Hog Bodies.
We all love you down here in Southwest Florida, and I appreciate the friendship that you've given to me through the years. And thank you, man, for taking some time out for me and Sadie today in 93X. And hey, Unforgettable. I think you guys are going to have another #1 coming up soon.
I can't even believe it, man. I just feel like this. Look.
Yeah!
I feel like
it's
making me feel strong, man. I feel strong. Thank you so much, Roach.
God bless. Take care, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Thank you.